friends and fellow citizens. The past decade probably was the most spectacular of all the 10 years of Singapore's history. In any 10 years, never had there been such rapid transformation. The physical landscape changed with new buildings, new roads, flyovers, cars, traffic jams, high-rise factories. Our GDP went up at factor costs nearly 3 times between 65 and 75. It means that when we borrow from the World Bank or from the Asian Development Bank, there are no more soft loans. We are classified now as an intermediate country. Not developed, not developing, intermediate, and we pay the going market interest rate. We seized every opportunity to develop as fast as we could. Because 10 years ago, you will remember there was massive unemployment, at least over 12%. 10 years after, with the new standards of spending, incomes, we've got ourselves into a different mood. The younger generation especially, people who were not old enough in 1965 to understand what hardship and unemployment meant. And they are truly a different generation. Expectations have gone up. Unconsciously, we entered into the free spending consumer society of the West. Parents spoiled their children. Better clothes, better food, better housing, and expecting. All the time, the expectation goes up and up and up, believing that this is always going to be up the escalator. Well, if there were no oil crisis, 73 prices did not quadruple, the developed world did not take a nosedive, and GNPs went down by 12, 13, 14% in America and Japan. Perhaps we could put up with this. But let me, by way of illustration, show you the changed attitudes, which we cannot afford because the next 5 years will not be like the last 5 years. With oil prices 5 times what it was in 72 and likely to go up this September by anywhere between 10, maybe more percent. Some papers talk about 30%. We are not going to get 10 to 14% real growth, which we made in the years 68 to 73. Recently, we mounted an exercise to recruit drivers for the SBS. You know that we've got to have more buses, we've got to have a good bus service, and you need good drivers. So we thought that the national serviceman who'd learn how to drive a 3-ton truck, he should be offered the opportunity. So this year, we mounted 3 recruitment exercises. About 800 national servicemen went on ROD between January and July. 10 years ago, if you introduced a man into the STC or into a Chinese bus company as a driver, he'd be happy to give you his 1 month's salary as commission. Now we get 800. We circularize them. About 500 turned up to listen to the opportunities we are offering them. So SBS produced a colored brochure, The Bus Way to a Secure Future. Diagrams, pictures. And on the face of the brochure it says, this is not a sales brochure which you receive every day. This is a career prospectus which took us months to prepare just for you. You know how many applied? 7 the first batch, 34 the second batch, 20 the third batch. Do you know how many are working now? 1 driver and 3 temporary conductors training to be drivers. Remarkable.